Welcome back, my Leo soulmates. This week I'm going to dive in and give you guys a quick soul message of the collective energy of Leo. Looks like we've already got cards popping for you, Leo. Before I started shuffling the cards, I meditated on your energy and I got the message of it's time to change your clothes. I don't know what's going on, Leo. Have you guys been dieting, or are you changing your whole character? Have you been doing so much work in, changing and rising and changing the energy that you embody that you're literally a new person and you need a new look in some way? It's the advice that I'm getting for you guys is, go shopping, or there's something around you needing to make a change in the way that you appear because you're a different person now. That's what I was getting. I was getting that there's been a lot of work done and it's time for a change of some kind. I saw a change of clothes. We'll see. We'll see what that's all about. I'm pulling some energy down here to tell me how you're doing, Leo, as far as what you're creating and manifesting in your physical reality on the earth. And we're looking at the earthly plane, then we're looking at the spiritual plane, which is what I call the soulful journey. That tells me where you are on your journey as a soul, because as you know, the soulful journey is a very complicated, complex journey, and it's cyclical, and sometimes we get stuck, but we're always eternally expanding and growing, and our soul is here to learn through the human. So the human and the soul come together. The human is here to serve the soul so that the soul can continue to expand. So that's what I'm here to help guide you with. So we've got 4 cards for the human. Gives me a picture of what's going on with you, Leos, in their human reality. And I've got 4 cards that kind of shows me what your soul is wanting to say. And now I'm going to ask, so I can see where you are on your soulful journey. And now I'm going to ask holy angels, spirits, and guides from the other side, what is the advice for my beautiful Leos? What is the advice? What advice do you have for my Leo soulmates? Tell me more. I'm going to put, let's see. I'm going to change this up, you guys. I like the human realm and the spiritual realm. I do not like the advice cards on the bottom. I like the advice cards from the angels on the top. So I feel inspired to move those to the top. I kind of I'm making up my own spreads based on my own learning. I hope you enjoy the spreads that I'm coming up with. All right, let's talk about what the spiritual realm from the spirit guides from the other side, what they would like to say. What advice do you have for my Leo soulmates? What other advice? Whoop! What else do we need to know? What advice do we have for Leo, please? Okay. All right, Leo, let's dive on in and see what's going on with you guys. Okay, so Leo, I can see that you are rushing in as the Knight of Wands. You are excited about something. There is a message of desire. There is movement, change. So again, change. It's all coming back to that changing your clothes, changing your character. There's change. You've got a lot of movement going on. Rushing towards your desires is what it looks like. Now, this is a Virgo card that was next to the Knight, and he's moving away from this. And so this is a Virgo card, but it's the 9 of Pentacles, and it's all about materialistic success. Because it was in its reverse, it can mean that you've had a lot of materialism and abundance in your life, but maybe you are feeling unfulfilled still. I think that you've done a lot of work on yourself, and you're nearing completion of, you've got a lot of fire cards and a lot of earth cards. So you guys have been really, really busy at taking a lot of action and building and rebuilding in your life. I see a lot of money around you, but I see that you're sort of still unfulfilled. You're not quite in balance between the masculine and the feminine energies. There's something that's out of balance. Now, the Page of Wands has a message, and she showed up upside down, almost talking to this materialistic card in a way. It's like there's a message coming in, has to do with success or materialism or what it is you're rebuilding and creating. And so the Page of Wands, again, is about a new start or learning something or a message of change. And this has to do with message about what excites you. So I'm almost getting the feeling that this money isn't necessarily what you're focused on, and that might be the message that you have recently had. Now, it looks like you are hesitating a bit in your journey, your new journey, because you got the Two of Wands in the reverse. So this is maybe doing, you've got the world in your hands, basically. This guy's looking out over the land, surveying what his options are, trying to figure out what journey he wants to go on. He's got a choice to make. He's got a decision to make, and he can have anything he wants. It's just a matter of knowing what you want. And I get this feeling, Leo, that you're kind of confused. And maybe that's why you don't know what clothes to wear. I don't know. That's interesting. So let's look at your soul, and your soul is saying Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Seven of the Pentacles that means that you've been doing a lot of hard work, but and you're looking at what you've created. You haven't got the results yet, is what that's saying. So you've done a lot of spiritual work, and also not just spiritual, but you've been putting a lot of action behind rebuilding things in your life. Now the devil showed up. The souls want you to recognize that you have the devil, but you've got the devil in reverse. So the devil, looks like my Amazon delivery just came. Don't you guys love that? That could be potentially my devil is ordering from Amazon, right? That happens to be a particular weakness of mine. What's yours? So Leo, the devil is showing up, but he's showing up in reverse, which is actually really good, because the devil in its upright is all about being chained and to limitation and to addiction and to attachment and to, your ego taking over. But when it's in the reverse, it's basically saying that you your soul wants you to realize that you're coming out of that being chained and bonded, and you're coming into freedom. Your soul, because of all of the hard work that you've done, you're freeing yourself, is what your soul wants you to know. Now you also have the Eight of Pentacles, again, showing up as hard work, but this is in the reverse. So you may have been putting a lot of work into something, but you're putting it into the wrong thing, is what it's saying. Or potentially you've been playing too much. You may have been out there taking action and action, but it might just all be escapism of play, and not actually creating something that's gonna give you fulfillment. So there's a bit of sign here. You've got 3 cards. You've got the 7, you've got the 8, and you have the 9 of Pentacles, all in reverse, guys. That's a lot. Those are the 7s, the 8s, and the 9s is when you bring things through into manifestation. It's the final process of alchemy, where it's coming into matter, and you've put action into a lot of hard work, a lot of action. In this case, I don't know if it's hard work or play, because you're not getting the results that you wanted. And that's probably where your frustration is, and maybe that's where the advice is going to come in around that. You're also having the 5 of Wands come in, but the 5 of Wands came in reverse, and this is saying that there's been a lot of energy of change and competition coming in. With it being in the reverse, it can mean, instead of saying that, yeah, life is hard, we have struggles, but the universe can help us through those struggles, but you're actually not letting the universe help you. It's almost like you feel like you're alone in this battle, and that you could use some help from the universe. Let's see what the universe has to say, or what our spiritual messages came through for your advice. And one is one of the messages is the Page of Pentacles. I love it when the messages show up as pages, because pages are all about messages of change. So you've got the Page of Pentacles, a new start, something, a new beginning of some kind, a new project potentially, because it's, again, has to do with actually rebuilding or investing in something, managing your resources, what you're building, what the physical form is of what you're building, whether you're building a relationship or you're building a new relationship, a new home, a new business, a new investment opportunity, building your finances. The problem is that message has not quite come in yet, because the Page of Pentacles is in reverse, Or maybe you, so I don't know if you haven't seen that message, but it is in the reverse, meaning that there is some hesitation there with that new start. Also, that you're getting the advice of the Two of Pentacles. Man, Leo, you guys are abundant. Like, you are hard workers and you are taking action, action, action. But there is a problem with your balance. You guys are having a problem with work and play. And you know, what I want to say to you is that when we're in this life and we're trying to create abundance, a lot of times we focus on the hard work that it is to build our bank account, or the hard work to build a healthy relationship, or the hard work to build, you know, an abundant enterprise, right? Or having your passion project and how hard that is. Well, juggling this can often mean that there is this imbalance of and not putting yourself in balance. You can literally turn this around and realize that all this work can be viewed as play, that you can actually get in balance with your inner child, which is your soul, and realize that your soul wants to come here and have fun and take action and build great things and have great experiences. But there's a choice to be made, and there's some sort of a union. Maybe you haven't, you know, you're not in balance yet. You haven't quite been able to bring this action and be able to love the action that you're putting behind it, is what I want to say. You're out, you're wanting to begin the journey. You've got Three of Wands, which means that you've got enough structure, you've got enough desire there to move you, but you haven't quite, you know, you're kind of surveying and looking where you want to go. I think you're still looking for some clarity. It's not enough energy to have a foundation yet. So I think maybe there needs to be some clarity around what is going to fulfill your heart and turn all this action into play, right? That's kind of the transformation that needs to happen here. You're also getting the advice of the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is the spiritual leader. It shows up as, you know, it's the spiritual guide that can give you advice that can show you how to create order in your life and boundaries. And so there's some advice here in making sure that what you're creating needs to be based, you know, you need to have boundaries. That's the one thing I want to say, because you guys are working yourself to the bone, and I really get this message loud and clear that you're not playing. That your soul is wanting you to realize that if you can just shift and make a choice between viewing life as play, you know, because right now you're juggling. You're doing a juggling act, and I think you're probably feeling drained. And so there's a need for creating boundaries in your world in order for it, you know, the spiritual advice is to create something that has order, that will be a strong foundation. And also that you're, you know, taking a look at your life and how can you view your life as if it's playful, right? So I think my message, Leos, you know, for you guys is the reason why I was getting the meditation about changing your clothes is because, you know, when I had a job once where I had a supervisor that said to me, you know, Jill, how productive we are depends on how we set the day based on getting ready for the day. So when you get ready for the day, if you just kind of, you know, mosey out of in your pajamas and your sweats and, you know, don't feed yourself, and you've got your flip-flops on, and, you know, you've got your Walmart wear on, and you show up to work that day, chances are you're probably not going to be very productive. But if you take the time to wear the right clothes, the right shoes, feed yourself, take your vitamins, you know, make sure you look like $1,000,000, then you're probably going to go out there and create abundance, right? And so you guys have the money. I just want to say that. I want to show you Pentacles in reverse, Pentacles in reverse, Pentacles in reverse, Pentacles in reverse, Pentacles in reverse. Over half of the cards that I drew for you guys has to do with Pentacles in reverse. What that says to me is lots of action, lots of hard work, no fulfillment, no fun. And so if you guys want to have fun, and then, literally the message of this channel is to reunite with your soul so that you can let your soul come out and play and go create a better day, go create a better life. That's what it's all about. So I would say, my message is to put on your play clothes. Because that's what the universe, that's what your soul wants you to do, is go out and play. So put on your play clothes, and that's what I've got for you guys this week. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, subscribe. We would love your comments. It's a fairly new channel, and just trying to help my fellow soulmates out there on your soulful journey. I hope you enjoyed it. Please, I've watched hours and hours, thousands of hours of video, and never liked anybody's. When I never realized how much work went into doing these readings and paying it forward. But we really, really thank you so much for supporting our channel, and hope you guys have a great week. We'll see you now on the next one.